If your goal is to lose fat and tone up for the end of the year, then this is for you, because for the next 12 weeks, I'm doing a body recomposition phase. I am absolutely loving it so far. I'm currently in week 2 and I'm gonna be sharing my journey with you guys. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ella. I've only just started this YouTube channel, but I'm here for you every single Sunday with fitness content, lifestyle content, tips, advice, how to transform. It's all here, and I'm very glad you're here. So if you're not already, please like and subscribe, please. And we will get into this because this is your no BS guide to body recomposition. Now, some of you might be sitting there thinking, what the hell is that? You're gonna find out, and you're gonna find out why it's so incredible and how to go through the process. For these next 12 weeks, I'm going through body recomposition for the end of the year to transform, to feel my best, and to look my best, to be quite frank, because that's what we want. We're not beating around the bush here. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about what exactly is body recomposition, because I'm sure you're all wondering. I want to tone up, I want to lose fat, but what the hell is this? So, body recomposition is something that I only learnt of new. I've been going to the gym for 6 years, okay? It's taken me a long time to get here. I've been on a bit of a journey, been very up and down. I've gone through cuts here, like this, where I hated myself, to be quite frank. I was the smallest I'd ever been, but I wasn't doing it right, and I was so obsessive about the scale, my food, and I hated it. It was, honestly, I was so unhappy here. And then we bulked. I just had no discipline, okay? I absolutely love food. Like, deep down, I'm such a foodie, and there was no discipline. I literally ate everything in sight because I thought that was what you were meant to do. And now I'm here. We're going through body recomposition. To put it simply, body recomposition is building muscle whilst losing fat. I know, it sounds like a dream. So when you're going for a cut, when you're losing weight, or when you're going through a bulk where you're trying to gain weight, the scale is very prominent. We're trying to lose weight or we're trying to gain weight. Now, with body recomposition, we're building muscle and losing fat, so the scale won't really change. Don't get me wrong, there will be fluctuations, but we'll be staying around the same weight. It's a bit weird, but our body is what's changing. Our body composition is the ratio of fat here, and then fat-free mass, which is muscle, bone, water. What we're doing throughout this process, through the things that we're going to speak about, is changing that ratio. We want to reduce fat and build muscle. It is that simple, really. If you're wanting to put on loads of weight, definitely go for a bulk. If there's a lot of weight that you want to lose, go for a cut, and then you can go through body recomposition. But for the majority of us who just want to lose a bit of fat, put on a bit of muscle, it's beautiful. It really, really is. For reference, guys, I'm obviously in week 2 of my journey, and this is me in week 1. So that's me front, side, back. This is our starting point, and I can't wait to see the progress. I am actually going to the gym, so we're gonna get ready for the gym whilst we talk about nutrition, because that is a key part of this process. So yeah, let's go and get ready. Okay, let's get ready for the gym. I'm gonna do my skincare. I always try out new skincare and then it just doesn't agree with my skin, and I always go back to the same skincare. I've got so many products that I'm never gonna use. So, obviously, with body recomposition, nutrition is one of the main focuses. Now, with body recomposition, we want to be eating around maintenance calories. So this is basically the amount of food that you require to maintain your body weight. One of the most important things for our nutrition is protein. Now, if you have wanted to get into the gym, you might have heard that protein is important, but you might be wondering why and how much do I need to have? Protein is essentially the building blocks for your body. It's the building blocks for muscle growth, firstly, but also most of your body's functions. It's essential for us to build muscle. If you're not getting enough protein in, but you've got the perfect workout program, you're not going to see the results you want. Protein is so important. There are so many ways that you can get protein in your diet. I would always recommend to have protein in every single meal. Make sure that you're having breakfast, starting your day off with like some overnight oats, baked oats, eggs on toast, omelette. What else have we got? Those are my favourites. And if you are struggling for recipes, definitely just search on TikTok, high protein lunch recipe, high protein breakfast recipe. It's all there, guys. Like, TikTok is incredible. I use it for everything, for recipes. And you don't just have to be eating like chicken, broccoli and rice every day to make progress, guys. We don't need to do that to ourselves. Anyone does do that, Sorry if I'm offending you, but why are you doing that to yourself? I get it's simple, but I just don't understand it. Do you not want to eat something that actually tastes good? And for protein, you basically want to be having around 2 grams per kg of body weight. Now, this is something that you can build up to. You don't have to be there right away if you're so far from that number, but just slowly start eating more protein, incorporating it in every meal, and you'll start to find that it's much easier than you think. Now, for how much food you're eating, this is completely personal to you. Now, we all require a different amount of calories every day. This is dependent on our weight, our height, our activity levels, and no two people are the same. There are so many different calorie calculators online that you can use to find out your maintenance calories. Don't get me wrong, like this is an estimate and you might have to do a little bit of trial and error with it, but it's a start. If you start on that amount of food and you find that you're putting on loads of weight, you need to decrease that amount. If you find that you're losing loads of weight, you need to increase that amount. And that's where we should all start. Guys, this is my go-to sun cream all the time. I freaking love it. How the hell do you find out what your maintenance calories actually looks like in terms of the amount of food? The way that you find this out is through tracking your calories. This doesn't need to be forever, and you don't need to be weighing everything by the gram or whatever, but to get the results from something, you have to track it, especially at the start. Like, how the hell are you going to know how much food to eat if you've never tracked your food before? What it's about is awareness, and even if it's just for a couple of weeks and you realise, oh, this isn't actually for me, I don't really like this, you have a really good understanding of how much that food is. I track my food week in, week out, just because I like it, to be honest. It makes things a lot easier. Recomp is literally about fueling yourself, giving yourself the right foods, the right proteins so that you can go through the process effectively. It's about feeling our best, feeling energized, and that's why I love it so much. I mean, I've only done it for a week, so I could hate it in a few weeks, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's not about restriction, it's not about obsessing over anything, it's about falling in love with the process and yourself. Okay. And throughout this process as well, I'm focusing the majority of my diet from good quality nutrition. Now, I like to stick to the 80-20 rule. That basically means 80% good quality nutrition. Obviously, it's not going to be exactly 80% whole foods, but do you know what I mean? Like clean nutrition, 80% of the time. 20% of the time, I can kind of eat whatever I want. Mainly focusing your diet on clean nutrition is so important because you'll get the best results. If you're eating at maintenance calories, but you're just eating a load of shit all the time, you're not going to see the results you want. You're going to feel sluggish, bloated, just a bit shit, to be honest with you. So we want to feel energized, we want to feel fueled, and we want to fuel our bodies the best way for us to go through the process. Meal prepping really helps with that. I meal prep every single Sunday. I can't tell you how excited I am for this week's meals. Like, when you meal prep foods that you actually love, I can't wait to stick to my diet. Here's what I'm having for breakfast. It's baked oats. Oh my God, it's incredible. I'm making Mexican taco rice bowls with a Mexican slaw, salsa, you know, yum. And for my sweet treat, I made when did I make it? Last night. I made these chocolate brownie bowls. Oh my God. I can't tell you, they are insane. And that's how you want to feel about your nutrition. It doesn't have to be boring, it doesn't have to be disgusting. Oh, fucking hell, the mirror almost fell off. What else do we need to do? I've already got mascara on. Deodorant. Almost forgot that one. That would have been bad. Stinking around the gym. Basically nutrition in a nutshell. We need to get ready for the gym, like put on our clothes. I'm gonna wear this red top, Define in berry, and the matching shorts. And then joggers because it's fucking freezing today. I tell you what, like, my hands were literally white earlier from being so cold. Like, they've warmed up now, put on the radiator for the first time. So we're going for the impact top in berry. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with berry, guys. Berry is literally my colour. I mean, not blow my own trumpet, and it might not be my colour. In my opinion, it is. So yeah, we're going for berry and then impact shorts. It's gonna be a cute outfit, guys. So one second, I'm gonna get changed because privacy. Berry. What am I doing? We're going, finally. I blabble around so much. Is blabbling even a word? Anyway, guys, let's rate the fit. I'm gonna put a hoodie on as well, because it's fucking freezing. Oh, my dogs are so naughty. I don't know whether you can hear my mum. All day she's like, oh no, Buddy! Buddy! We basically have a fucking massive apple tree at the back of the garden. All they do all day is fucking eat their apples. My dog is getting so fat. Guys, what a beautiful day it is. Wowee. I went for a walk this morning and it was Halloween in the morning. Like, it was so foggy, misty. Now, stunning. Let's go to the gym. I'm gonna drop off some Vinted parcels because I'm selling my whole life on Vinted at the moment. It's actually madness. Now I'm bloody boiling. Anyway, guys, that was nutrition. You don't need to be perfect. Make sure you have your treats in there. I've been doing this for a week, yeah, and don't get me wrong, it's only been a week, but I feel so much more energized. I feel amazing and I'm loving actually eating good food. I've had a bit of a rocky relationship with fruit and veg, okay? From a child, I basically was terrified of fruit and veg. I ate an apple for the first time this year. My mum said that when I was younger, I basically ate a peach, like when I could actually like eat food myself. I was still a baby. She gave me a peach, like just, you know, giving me a peach. I ate it, gagged, spat it out. Never been the same since. And I've been really working on it. You know, I've got far within the past year and now I do eat a lot of different fruit and veg. With this body recomposition phase, I'm really focusing on trying to find different recipes that I love that are really good quality nutrition, have lots of different veggies in, and just trying to become the healthiest version of me. Like, that's what I want through this process. But anyway, now we're going to the gym. Let's talk about workouts, which is very exciting because ultimately with body recomp, your workouts are one of the most essential parts to this process. Now, if you were going to want to lose weight, being in a calorie deficit, you don't actually have to go to the gym to do that. You just need to make sure that you're in a calorie deficit. With body recomposition, we're changing our body composition. So we're building muscle. For us to do that, we have to go to the gym and lift weights. Like, there's no other choice, guys. We can't do it purely through nutrition. So that's why your workouts are so important. And firstly, I'm following a structured program. So I'm doing 2 upper body days, 2 lower body days, my favorite. I'm doing the same workouts week in, week out. That's the only way it's gonna work. If I'm going in the gym, yeah, and I'm just doing whatever I want, lifting a couple of weights, doing whatever exercises I want, random workouts every single time, no structure, no progress, it's not gonna work out. I live down the lanes, it's fucking annoying. I'll tell you what, I've scratched my car up so much diving into the bushes. Where a lot of women go wrong for years, you know, I did. Doing random workouts, you have to follow a program, whether that's one that you write yourself or whether that's one you get from the internet or whether you have a coach. Whatever it is, you need to be following a plan. Ah! Hi! Little interaction. So that's step 1. Step 2, we need to show up to the gym. If we're not showing up, we're not going to get the results. Consistency is so key with our training and our diet. We don't need to be showing up every single time without fail. There's going to be things that come up, but ultimately, we want to be as consistent as possible. The more consistent we are, the better results we're gonna get. And once you do stay consistent for a while, like at first it's gonna feel really hard. You're gonna feel a lot of resistance, but once you start going, you start building the habit of going to the gym, it just ends up becoming who you are. Next thing, guys, with our workouts, we need to be applying progressive overload. Now, you might have heard that phrase. You might be thinking, I do not know what that means, because that was me for a long time. Now, progressive overload is basically gradually increasing the intensity of your workouts. And you can do that in a few different ways, increasing the weight, increasing the reps, which I do. So I'll either, when I'm going to the gym, I'll either increase the weight or increase the reps. This isn't going to be something that you can necessarily do every single week. Only you will know how hard you're pushing yourself. You want those last 3 reps to really push you, because if we're not pushing our muscles have no reason to grow. If we're doing the same weight week in, week out, we ain't getting anywhere. Otherwise we will just plateau. We will get to a point where our body's like, yeah, I can do that. Yep. Why are you still doing this? That's why progressive overload is so freaking important. Some exercises ask you strength a lot quicker than others. It's completely normal, but only you will know when you can increase the weight or reps. I'm gonna drop off these parcels. Right, vintage parcels are dropped. We're training legs, and I'll take you through some of the exercises I do and what's important. We're not going through like the whole workout, okay? So if you're looking for that, then you might have to wait a few weeks. Sometimes I need to concentrate more, guys. Finally, someone let me go. Fucking hell. I also changed my hair because I like training with plaits. Let's go to the gym and let's train some legs. Okay, now onto the workout. So today it was a Saturday leg day. This is my absolute favourite day of the week because, like, after work, getting to the gym is actually so exhausting. I am absolutely knackered. So I'm really grateful for the weekend sessions, and today it was legs. And through this process, we're basically doing 4 sessions a week. So 2 upper body days, 2 lower body days. And I wanted to commit to something that I knew I could do week in, week out. And those 4 sessions, I know I can pretty much fit in all the time. But throughout this process, we're focusing on our compound movements. So the first exercise was the pendulum squat, which is honestly, it's terrifying, but it's so good. But also, you know, hip thrusts, RDLs, presses, all of that, that will be the first exercise. And then moving on to unilateral, so that was the single leg RDL. Again, another great exercise. The burn is actually crazy. Like, I feel them so much in my glutes. And then towards the end of the session, I'll be focusing on isolation exercises. So that was leg extensions, and then we have moved on to hamstring curls. And these really push me. Like, once you get towards the last few reps, like, this is the face you want to pull. Honestly, my gym facials are actually scary. And then the last exercise we did was 45-degree hip extensions. These actually took me so long to figure out, but when you have that little curve in your spine, it honestly feels incredible. Just finished. Oh my god. I'm dead. From the gym now, had a shower. I'm knackered. I'm actually knackered. Now just a few more bits to add before we finish up and I'll leave you. Doing all the hard work with our nutrition, with our workouts, but we're not resting properly, we're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to get the results you want. In our rest is when our muscles actually rebuild. It's really important that you focus on 7 to 9 hours sleep a night. Also, guys, steps throughout this, like, I'd always recommend steps, getting 7 to 10,000 steps a day. It's so important just for your general mental well-being, to be honest with you, and it will help with the fat loss as well. Throughout the process, it's easy to aim for perfection. Like, I'm not focusing on perfection, doing it every single day, being absolutely perfect. That would never ever work for me. Focusing on consistency, and I'm gonna stay as consistent as I possibly can, but I know there'll be slip-ups and that's absolutely okay. That's basically body recomp in a nutshell, guys. That's given you a clearer idea of how to go through the process and how to make it work for you. I'm gonna be sharing my journey with you guys, so follow along, subscribe. If you've liked this, please like, comment anything you'd like, any questions, I'm here to help. So I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I'm gonna get into bed now because I'm fucking knackered. So see you next week. Love you and leave you. Goodbye.